And we're off. Just a little teaser there. So yeah, big shout out Don Brown, nice track. As I said, I'm only playing unreleased music now because Facebook won't let me play other people's tunes. So yeah, can't quite figure out whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for Logan. Definitely bad if I start singing. So Monday morning, let's go. So I am going to discuss bitter cucumbers. Probably a little bit shocked by the total, okay? But it's actually, again, it's another ancient phrase from Marcus Aurelius. If you don't know who Marcus Aurelius is, I suggest you get on Google straight after this live, okay? So Marcus simply said, if the cucumber is bitter, throw it out. If there are brambles in your path, then go around them. That's all you need to know. And that's what we're going to talk about today. This is really deeply related to everybody in every single aspect of your life when we need to move around obstacles. It's massively related to some of my client stuff at the moment. And it's also going to be related to the new Unbreakable Mindset 4-week warrior course, which drops tonight. It's crazy. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. But it's an unmissable opportunity for new people who want to work on their mindset, because it's an entire 4-week course and it is going on sale for the first 7 days at £39. What you get is a next level, okay? So what we are going to discuss is how many of us do this. Morning Carla, morning Dale, morning Alison, morning Lindsay. We spend so much time worrying about the right way to do something that we end up doing absolutely nothing, okay? It's so prominent in relationships. It's so prominent in fitness. It's so prominent in morning Michelle, morning Mark, morning Sarah, Sazzle, other Sarah Chapel. It's prominent in just every aspect of life, okay? Whether it's worrying about your job and not wanting to change, whether it's about you kind of need to dump someone and you've known that for a long time, but you worry about it and you don't, whether it's worrying about asking that boy or girl out, wondering if you'll look like a dick if they say no, or how your life could change if they say yes, worrying about whether to do HIIT or LISS or kettlebell or TRX or weights or running or jogging or skipping or shagging, as I said the other day, for burning calories. And we spend so much time searching for the perfect way, that we just end up not doing anything and wasting energy on procrastinating, okay? So stop searching for the perfect way and just find any way. I've just mentioned 25 different ways to burn calories there, okay? Any form of increased human movement burns calories, okay? If fat loss and fitness is your goal, and I'm pretty sure that none of my current market are competitive bodybuilders, which unfortunately is who a lot of you are following for advice, or fitness models, then you're not. So just burn them. We had a rave on the decks on Saturday for my clients. If you like organ, bassline and classic house, you will love it. We're doing a virtual rave next week to keep people happy through lockdown. I'll post the mix to the link in here, but 10,000 steps plus, okay? That's around about probably 500 to 600 calories burned. The same as a full cardio training session, okay? From dancing to some tunes that you love with your kids. Is there a better way to burn calories? I would argue, yes, there is one better way. It involves me and Nat and some candles and some soft music. But aside from that, there's probably not any other better way, okay, than dancing and having fun and listening to music that you love, okay? So don't overcomplicate it. The people are having arguments online over whether to do high intensity HIIT training or low intensity, steady state, cardio. Just fucking move, okay? That's my thoughts on that one. Just do what works. You're spending hours thinking about it. You're spending hours trying to get it perfect. You know, it's the typical, isn't it? I experience it so much with people that inquire to work with me. I'll get started when the time's right, or, you know, who's been here? I was once in a very, very toxic relationship. Looking back now, it's one of them when you think, how did this even last past 4 weeks? Let alone 12 months, okay? And you do that, I can't dump her now because it's Valentine's next week. I can't dump her the month after because it's her birthday. I can't dump her then because it's Christmas. Oh, I can't really dump her then because we booked that social thing. And I can't really dump her then because it's so-and-so's wedding and we're supposed to be going out. Just fucking dump her, okay? Because you're doing something, there is something that's making you exceptionally unhappy. And because you are avoiding the awkwardness of the obstacle and the difficult situation, we keep thinking of these things, you know, I'll do it after this, I'll do it after that, I'll do it once I'm sure, I'll do it after COVID, I'll do it, lads, I'll do it when gyms are open. Fuck off with that shit, because the only reason you can be saying that is if you're a competitive bodybuilder and you're already sat at around about 10 to 12% body fat with incredible muscle condition and elite fitness levels, okay? If not, there's a hell of a lot you need to work on, okay? To lay the foundation to get your body, your nutrition and your mindset correct, ready for when gyms open. Don't come at me with, don't even, please, because it's just wasting all of our time. Don't apply to me or send messages about how you want to work with me when gyms are open. Just wait until gyms are open if that's your thing. But trust me, every day you're not using is a day you're wasting. You could be dead tomorrow. Simple as that, okay? Focus on making do with what you have, okay? Not worrying about what you don't. You don't need pretty methods. You don't need complicated 5-day body splits. You don't need super duper TRX/HIIT core, standing on one legs, one finger in the air, core stability, push-pull, whatever, complicated routines that all these gurus will try to promote as the answer, okay? Just move. Pretty methods. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay, is one of the pinnacles that they do it. And something that I've massively realised is almost every person that I admire does some form of martial arts. Most of them now do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. These are business leaders, these are not fighters, okay? And I've only recently found out the reason because I looked into it. Because what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coaches, okay, is it's not about how you take your opponent to the ground. Ethan, the course is dropping tonight, 39 quid for you, buddy. It's just that you take them to the ground. It's not how you do it. There's no rules in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You can't do this, you can't do that. So that's one reason. And the other reason is when you've got another person pinning you down, it teaches you how to, rather than like how I could have made that situation on Saturday with that abusive person much worse, would have been to fight back, because then you clash, okay? And then there's anger, and then it's just not great in any way, shape or form, okay? What martial arts teaches you is when one person pushes, you pull, okay? When one person is on top of you, you relax, and then you look at a way to flip the situation, okay? Not by fighting fire with aggression. If you push and someone else pushes, you're both just going to push against each other and clash, okay? So that's another reason, but the main reason is that the Brazilian, I can't say that word, Brazilian, let's hope I never have to go for a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coaches, it's not about how you take the other person down, it's just that you do it, okay? And that's how I want you to think of your life, your nutrition, and your training and your mindset. So whatever you've not been doing, just do it. Just get out today. Stop worrying about needing a coach or needing a nutrition plan or fucking keto, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, carb backloading, crisps for breakfast, no carbs after 6, all the other shite that's out there. Control your calories, eat a bit less, move more. That's it, okay? Stop stressing, just do it, okay? That's it for that part. So, another thing as well, this is. Do you know what? Something that I realised this morning in parenting. Okay. So obviously you guys know about my mum dying, and then there was a kind of blank period in my life, which I don't really talk about. And then I moved to live with my grandparents when I was about 12 years old, I think. And this was going back into, so we would have been 1992, okay? Like before mobile phones were even a thing. And we used to live in a town called Hitchin in Hertfordshire. And every week, and I've only just remembered this today when I was reading the book this morning, my nan used to take me to Hitchin Library, and you had like a library card. Do you remember like the little ones that used to get laminated and your name was written on in pen, and you could like get 5 books out at a time, and then you only had like, I think you could have them for like 7 to 14 days, and then you took them back and it was all free. But you did get charged if you didn't take your book back within 7 days, or if you kind of knew the woman, you probably got a little bit of a slap around the wrists. And that's just been an epiphany for me this morning, because everything that I've achieved, like obviously you guys have seen there's my current ones that I'm on there, along with Paul and all Logan's Pepper the Pig pictures, and a picture of me, and that's the last picture of my mum and me when I was 6 months old. So yeah, what an influence that has actually had, and what an influential thing that has been, because everything that I've achieved, I would 100% put down to reading books. And that was something that they installed in me at that age at 12 by taking me to a library and getting books. But then also because I used to get books on like fishing and karate and rugby and all those things, autobiographies, and also my granddad was really harsh, because I remember when I went to visit, when I got to go to visit them at weekends, and when I was about 4 or 5, I used to sit on his knee, and I was obsessed with sports and rugby, and he used to read the results to me, and the football results, and it used to be like a fun thing, because they used to go like Accrington Stanley 1, Manchester City 0, and we used to take the mickey and laugh, and it was really fun. And then one day, he used to read the newspaper and the results, so the newspaper would come and go to the shop, and I'd say, "Oh, Gramps, can you read me the football results?" And then one day, I think I was just like 4, he just turned around and he says, "No, I'll teach you to read. I'll teach you how to read them, but I'm not reading them to you anymore." So it's kind of like pretty harsh on a 4 or 5-year-old. But again, like what a sentiment. That was like deep coaching without even knowing about it, because it forced me to read. And also the fact that then I enjoyed reading, and I could only get books from the library, and there was a time constraint because that fishing book had to go back in 7 days, or that rugby book had to go back in 7 days, or whatever I was into at the time, Karate Kid, training, had to go back in 7 days. So again, you couldn't just have your book there and not read it. You had to take it back. So yeah, I don't know why I decided to bring all that up, but I wanted to, because it triggered in my walk this morning. So yeah, there you go. Jack and Ori story. So yeah, just, give the middle finger to things holding you back as well, is something that I've realised, but do it in a passive way, okay? So when I launch my mindset course tonight, I am massively giving a huge middle finger to the person that tried to abuse and bully me on Saturday, but I haven't fought with them, have I? I haven't had an argument with them. I haven't got embroiled in it. I haven't allowed them to affect my energy, apart from the first 24 hours when it did a bit. That dog's just come in. So yeah, don't worry about, as well, going the straight line. There is no perfect solution. Morning, Jess. Jess is, Jess, go talk about you for 2 minutes. Jess is a Great Britain hammer thrower. Been friends with her for about, I don't even know, Jess, how long? 6, 7 years? Super cool person. She's been grafting for that full 7 years. I do now believe she is British champion, and I'm probably embarrassing her, and she's in the Olympic team. But again, this is a perfect onto what I was just to talk about. There is no straight line, okay? Jess has had so many obstacles, and I've admired the journey from start to finish. From injuries to bereavements to other things that are out of her control, and there isn't a straight line to success, okay? There is no perfect solution. There will constantly be obstacles. So another big thing that I can advise you guys is stop looking for this perfect solution, because it isn't there. And if you keep looking, you're very often going to pass up what it is that's right in front of you. Okay, so I think it was the Stoics again. But another thing I think that epitomizes this just doing the best with what you've got is that they said, it might have been the Stoics, it might have been Marcus Aurelius, I can't remember, but he basically said, you know, I don't really care whether the cat is black or white as long as it catches mice, okay? And again, this is the way most of you, where your goal is fat loss and fitness, should be with your training, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's HIIT, indoor, outdoor, gym, as I said, dancing, shagging, whatever you want to do, skipping with a skipping rope, running down the street, just get it done, okay? It doesn't matter how you do it. You just need to move more, get fitter, and you will become stronger and happier. It's as simple as that. Do the best with what you've got, okay? Now, I'm going to end on one final thing as well. Another story that epitomizes that is the iPhone, okay? So Steve Jobs is the... guys, I forgot to ask you guys at the start, could you just all comment and like and share the video if you do? It would be amazing, because I'm still banned from Facebook for some reason for advertising. So yeah, progress, not perfection. And we have to have persistence in whatever goal we're going for. So as I was saying, sometimes we just need to get out and do it. And this is, I don't know how many of you know the full story of Steve Jobs, but when he launched the iPhone, okay, they launched it without loads of features. It didn't have the copy and paste on it. There was loads of stuff that he wasn't happy with. And he is the world's biggest perfectionist, which again, I don't know how much you know of the story, but that came down from his dad, who was a joiner, who actually used to polish and finish the back of wardrobes, even though he knew that no one was ever going to see them. Exactly like Steve Jobs is with the iPhone. I don't know if you've ever opened one, but they literally look as good inside as they do outside, and the same with the packaging, which realistically means nothing, but he spends a lot of money on packaging, okay? But in that situation, he was another person that just realised, you know, he had to just get the iPhone out there. It worked. They'd spent enough time on it. And now he's done the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10, the 11, the X. I don't even know where we're at. But it's a constant journey of progression, okay? And improvement. But had he never launched that first iPhone because X, Y, and Z wasn't working, it never would have happened, okay? And the journey never would have started, okay? So that is the end of this morning's main live. Now, I've got an email from, I do the Q&A for clients as well, okay, before I come onto the mindset class. And the Q&A is, I sent an email out saying, coffee with Lee, what would you ask me about fitness training, nutrition and mindset if you had half an hour, okay? So I had a really interesting one. I don't actually know what her name is because it's one of those... no offense against the person, but it's one of the really childish Yahoo emails that you set up when you're 14, and that even though when you're in your 40s, you've not changed. Like, I think the worst one I've ever had is something like Daddy's Little Princess 69 at yahoo.com, from a 40-year-old woman. So yeah, I don't know who it is, but they want me to discuss this. So I am going to discuss it when I find the notes. Okay, so yeah, here we are. So this person, let's call her Sharon or Karen. So she's got Crohn's, okay, which very interestingly is also what my mum died of. So she's very limited to what she can eat, okay. This is what she's replied. Now I'm going to try and get this right. She also has fibromyalgia, okay, which again is quite nasty. It's a condition where you constantly feel in pain in your whole body. It can be moderate to unbearable. It normally lasts about 3 months, but it's almost always triggered by emotional or physical stress, okay? She also has a fracture to her hip. She can't jog or jump around, and she generally wants to know, this is why it builds into today's video, is it best to do weights or cardio to strengthen bones and tone up, okay? So this is psychology. All the problems and obstacles are listed, followed by a look for the best solution, okay? Without looking at the problems and how we can solve them first, okay? So I'm limited to what I can eat. Say, change your mindset straight away, okay? Hundreds of thousands of people are limited to what they eat. It's not just because of Crohn's, and I mean that with the most respect, okay? Bearing in mind what I've just said, you can understand how I feel about Crohn's. But it's about creating a list of what you can eat, okay? All your focus has gone on to, I'm limited to what I can eat. So the first thing I advise you is to make a list of what you can eat, okay? Nothing else. Once we've got that list, we can then begin to structure it. Now, the fibromyalgia, we cannot change, okay? Just like we cannot change the Crohn's, okay? But again, what I would advise here is you need to do your own research. So if I open Google and I put fibromyalgia in, okay? There are hundreds and hundreds of articles on how to cope with the trigger points, the causes, which foods to eat, what treatments you can use for, symptoms, tests, diagnoses, diets, coaching, mindset. So again, rather than focusing on the problem, we need to start looking for the solution. I have this, what can I do? Not, I have this, it prevents me from X, Y, and Z. Emma, thank you, just recommended a really good video as well. Again, okay, fracture to the right hip. We cannot change that. I'm battling 2 huge injuries at the moment, which I can't change. One of them is arthritis, and one of them is I've got something called hallux rigidus in my toe, and the third one is I've got a deviated septum. As you guys know, I cannot breathe through my nose whatsoever, okay? So I'm waiting for 3 operations. I can't change that, okay? But I haven't stopped training. I'm working around the arthritis on my hip and doing what I can to fix it every day. I'm using Breathe Easy strips. I've got steroids that go up my nose, and I've also got decongestants to try and help with that. And I've taught myself to breathe only through my mouth when I run, whilst limiting my running times, because if I breathe through my mouth for too long, then I get a sore throat, okay? The hallux rigidus in my toes means I've had to stop CrossFit because of the amount of squatting and lunging. My big toes, I'm not going to show you them, they don't bend at all, okay? So I've had to teach myself to heel strike in a certain type of trainer. I can still run well upwards of 10 miles now. My toes don't move at all. And I've had to, again, change how I run to fix the hip a little bit. So again, it's about looking for the solutions, okay? You can't jog, you can't jump around, Karen, but there are things you can do to burn calories, okay? That's what we need to focus on, and that's what you need to find. You know, you can still walk, you can still do bicep curls, you could do tricep dips. There are going to be days when it's tough because of the fibro, and there's going to be days when you can do it, but it's about flipping your perception, okay? And in worst case scenario, by tone up, you actually mean you want to tone up. Again, is the fictitious word, okay, that everybody uses. Okay, you cannot tone up. Tone up is a person. Oh my God, look at how toned Jennifer Aniston is. She looks amazing, okay? Why does she look toned? Because she's built lean muscle and she's stripped body fat. Those are the only 2 things you can do with the body, okay? You cannot tone up. Female, male, significant other, don't care who you are, toning up doesn't exist, okay? Build muscle, strip fat. So she's looking for what she can do to strengthen her bones, build muscle, and look toned, which means reduced body fat. So Sharon, I would recommend a resistance band program along with some body weight exercises at home with absolutely no impact whatsoever. So we'd be looking at things like body weight squats, we'd be looking at things like lunges, we'd be looking at things like planks, things that keep the body very still whilst you're doing them, and also some resistance bands to activate and start to build some muscle, combined with a correct diet based on focusing around foods you can eat rather than worrying about foods that you can't eat. Also ensure you're getting the correct amount of rest. But most of all, and this wasn't a pitch, but I am going to come on to it, I would recommend the ultimate mindset course, because your mind has become completely trained via the amygdala, as it does. As you can see from your email, you scripted a 3-4 paragraphs on everything that's bad, everything that you can't do, everything that's tough, everything that's horrible, and then you spent one line on the bottom asking what's best to do. Okay, let's dig deep into those problems, find the solutions, and all that will start from having a positive mindset and a mental outlook, and having that coached every day, the same as your body. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys this really, really quickly, because I don't really like pitchy stuff. But the 4-week mindset course is going live today. So I'm going to show you guys the little page quickly. We haven't even finished the video yet. So we're here. Can you actually see the screen? Okay, so we have, just to give you guys a little bit of a, there we go, teaser on what's involved. In fact, let me hold this and then I can show you. Okay, so we've got, it's all going to be a bit back to front. So it's about, if you're feeling stressed and anxious on day-to-day challenges, not happy with where you are and the progress that you're making, you know you've got more potential, you've got bad habits, you're wasting loads of time, and you want to feel driven and energized, that is what we're going to work on, okay? We're going to work on taking back control of your life, creating a vision whilst eliminating self-doubt and building your confidence. No one else has seen this yet, guys. So we're going to go through 30 days of daily mindset coaching videos to hold you accountable and make sure you smash your goals. We're going to work on discovering your why, creating a vision, building bulletproof mindset and motivation, getting more clarity on your goals and confidence, overcoming self-doubt, stopping procrastination, starting communicating, giving you unstoppable confidence and energy, quickly overcoming challenges and growing, epic habits, and developing your inner warrior, okay? So you can see there, this initial offer is just £39. You will get 30 videos, one every day, okay? Once the video appears, they end at the end of 30 days and you will lose access to them. So I am going to be forcing your asses to watch every single video and be accountable. You're also going to get a couple of free recipe books. You're going to get a free lockdown home training guide. And then you're also going to get 8, yes, you heard that right, 8 live seminars, okay? I'm going to come off of that page because I don't want you to see too much more before it goes live. So on top of the membership area that you will see here, which we're going to go to, okay, so these lessons, you're going to have a lesson every day. Your why and your vision, dealing with self-doubt, the fallacy of I'll be happy when, the compound effect, the art of determination, okay? All the way through, one every single day. And that's that. I'm not going to show you any more, okay? But you get a video every single day. And then we're also going to get, you don't get a nutrition plan like my other courses, and you don't get a training plan apart from that brief home training guide, which is still good, okay? But the 8 seminars, okay? We're going to be, I sent out an email last night and I haven't chosen the subjects yet, and feel free to reply to the email if you have got it, but we're looking at various subjects, okay? So the ones that I've written down so far are dealing with overwhelm, self-limiting beliefs, coping with and feeling depression and anxious, getting stressed, goal setting, mapping out your motivation, how to get less busy, changing careers and finding purpose, improving or ending relationships, dealing with grief in the past, anger management, dealing with self-sabotage, being honest about yourself, addictions and abuse, food, drink, drugs, gambling and pornography, okay? So we will be doing, I will be picking the top 4 out of them, and there will be 4 seminars. There will also be a bonus one, so there'll actually be 5. And then there is also going to be 4 other seminars, okay, which will help you with nutrition, but you won't be receiving a plan. Everything will be on you to do it. So those seminars will be how to calculate a calorie starting point, how to calculate your macronutrient points, tracking progress and measuring results, and also hydration, okay? So you get 8 live coachings, all with Q&As, 30 videos, some recipe books, a home training guide, that entire time, and a private Facebook group, and you'll be held accountable every single day for £39. It will be dropping at 7 p.m. tonight. So if you want in, it is not going to be that price for very long. Trust me, I think it's probably going to retail at £149. So yeah, that's it. Excited to see who wants to join it for the first time. So yeah, have an awesome day, guys. I hope that's been helpful. Sorry about that. It sounded really sales pitchy, but I do really want to tell you about it because it's super cheap. It's something that we've got together in record speed for the entire reason that when it actually goes live and starts on the 25th of January, more than likely we're going to be in lockdown for those next 4 weeks. So my goal with the course is that when we come out, your mind, your motivation, your confidence, your goal setting, your limiting yourself, limiting beliefs, confidence, everything will be on absolute fucking fire to ensure that when the world reopens, that you, my friend, are fully ready to take control of it. Take care, guys. I love you all. And yeah, I'll see you tonight when I'll do another short video on it. Hopefully when we're dropping the funnel and it goes live. Take care.